I love our little tune. D7 here with Grok and Trade. Hello, traders out there in Traderland. This is the weekend edition, and let's get through Sunday, June 3rd, 2018. So, anyway, let's hit the ground running. We had a great jobs report. That jobs report helped out the markets. Everybody in bullish territory, especially in NASDAQ, up 0.6%, doing really well. But financials also over 1%. Really, really good. Crude oil down 2.2%. Gold down. Silver down. VIX dropping 12.8%. We're now at 13.5. Bitcoin break even. GBTC down 1.5%. Take a look here at the S&P 500. Now the month's over. Month is over. So I want to take a look at the monthly chart first on the spider. So here's the deal. I put a buy on May, and there it is. Once that went stagnant, boom, that allowed me to put it. So I had a sell, and that was a short-lived sell and a bull pullback. We got a spinning top. I almost put a buy there, but I wasn't willing to do that. Remember me talking about that? But I said if we go higher, which it did, higher high, higher low. We had a couple days here in June, or one day here trading in June, and we got a slight uptick. So anyway, that is in a great bull trend. Really bullish on the monthly chart, okay? Very, very bullish. All right, so what you can expect in this video is we're going to be looking at a lot of different stocks. A lot of stocks at the end of this, so buckle up. Let's get after it. The daily chart on the S&P 500 is a small rising wedge, but we do have a higher swing high, higher swing low, so it's technically an uptrend, but it's condensing. I really don't see a bad bearish divergence, so I think that we have a pretty good chance of continuing higher past this area of resistance and popping through this line. If so, the market could get really healthy, and it could be just really healthy. Now, here is what is critically important to me as a technician. This lower trend line is very, very, very important to me. Long as price action stays above this trend line, I'm bullish in the markets. However, if we start to break down and we go below that area, all bets are off. All bets are off. And because if we do that, our chances of dropping down below the 50-day moving average increase. And then we have the 200-day moving average, and then that could break. So long as we stay above, preferably the 20-day moving average, that's that blue line, but definitely above this trend line, all is well in the markets. Okay, if you go to the diamonds, we got a buy on it, boom, but we're in a symmetrical triangle, and we're caught up in moving averages. As far as the Dow is concerned, anything can happen. This thing could pop up, it could pop down. We just don't know. One of the people said, hey, we'd consider you our guru if you would just tell us what direction this market's going to move. Well, I can't. I've been trading 20 years, and there's no magic formula to know what the markets are going to do. The markets are what the markets are. You have to be able to read it. So I have a pretty good feel on the markets, on what direction that they are probably going to go. That's why I put my little arrows on here. You know that I put the arrows on in real time. You see me do it. We'll probably put arrows on this video. And those don't change. They stay on there. And that validates our training and when we teach. So look at this. We put a call on this one to the downside, up. You can see these calls. Very few people can do that, and no one's dumb enough like I am to publicly put those out there for public scrutiny. But I do. I hope you appreciate it. I don't know if I'll do it forever, but there it is. So anyway, here we are. Here are the Qs. Q's been on fire. So we had a buy here, a sell there, and then we did another buy on the pop-up. Then we broke out, boom, to the upside. It's looking pretty solid, guys. A nice volume. The Russells, I wish I saw the same fervor to the upside. I'm just not seeing it, but this is building a bullish pennant above some support areas. It wouldn't surprise me to see this thing pop, guys. but it is at a critical area in the markets. Very, very critical. I know I have a lot of lines here. Those lines matter, and there's a couple I want to. I'm gonna clean a couple of these up. No, that one so I'm doing this in real time in front of everybody, how I place these, because I am spot on. It is like this. You see how we're dangling under this a little bit? No good. No good. That needs to be right on it. Right on it. There we go. So I feel really good about these. So we do have this rising wedge, but we have to pop through this area of resistance right there. We have to do it. Man, I'm telling you, man, the market is poised for a move. It's just everything is setting up for it. We've been trailing up, so I could certainly see a nasty, nasty sell-off here. But the reason I think that we might keep going higher is because what I'm seeing in the financials. Let me show you the financials here. The financials have sold out, but we're at this support. See this support, 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 and we're bouncing off that support. I did put a buy on this. We're popping up. Now, the problem is this is a huge triangle, so this could pop around forever here. But if financials come, I mean, it's already for the most part filled that gap, but if we come up and bust through this, the markets will rally yet again. So it's something to be watching for. And something else I want to show you, the MACD crossover is happening right now. If you blow this up, the histogram on the 0 line is positive. It's above the line. That means we had a decisive crossover right there. So it's heading in that direction. So let's just see what happens, because if the inverse happens, if the financials start to break down, we come down to the support level and that level does not hold and we break down, then I'm going to go back to the Russells. The Russells, this rising wedge will break down and you'll see some nasty selling take place. Nasty selling. To be up here in consolidation to see such big volume is usually not a good sign. Not a good sign. Normally in consolidation, ready for a breakout, you have really small, little volume. We're not seeing that. We're not seeing that. When you get those big up days and down days and they boom, big whipsaws, it's usually indicative to big volatility coming next. And that means a downward movement in the markets. So we had this nice run up, but we have a lot of resistance to get over. But I'll tell you, that resistance that we're seeing in the markets, all it takes is one good day. One good day would plow through a ton of resistance levels, and it will be free-flowing to the upside. Free-flowing. All right, so U.S. dollar had a buy on it. It went to a sell at this area of resistance, but we popped through it, had to put a buy on it, and then up here and finally got a sell on it again. US dollar looks really weak to me, like we're starting to roll over. And we tried to pop Friday, but people sold into that strength. I got a sell on the US dollar. That means that would be bullish for the US market if we do that. Crude oil, guys, you remember, man, we had this buy on this one, went up, 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 and I finally said, sell that dude when it breaks this rising wedge. And look at this. And Friday was just massive. It broke a major area of support. Bam! We did break it once, and then we came back into it, so that's interesting. Actually, I'm going to take this, bring it to that area of support right there. Yep, so we still snapped it. That is bad for the U.S. oil. So expect gas prices to simmer down. That'd be good. Gold, whoa, that gets a sell Friday. Look at this. So we had a buy on it, but it blew up on us, guys. Sell now. That's bad news. Silver, if you look at silver, I got a buy on it, but we're still in a triangle. It's showing weakness, but if we break down, so here's what's very important on silver. We have two triangles. Watch for a significant move, guys. This is building a ton of pressure. It's a coiling spring, getting tighter. And Once one of these lines gets snapped, the chances of the bigger line getting snapped are really good. So if this thing pops up, look for it to break this. If it pops down, look for it to break that. Look for a significant move on silver. It's building up for a big move. VIX, we got a sell on it. We came up, hit resistance. We come back down, and we're dropping. But we did get a spike this last week. A lot of volatility starting to creep in a little bit, but we're coming back down. That's good to see for the bulls who are out there. And if you go to Bitcoin, I haven't put a buy on it. I wanted to put a buy here, and you guys know that I've talked about that. But we come up, this is just a bear pullback right to resistance, right to that line. And that's a critical area, because if it breaks above it, then I'll put a buy on this. But right now, if it starts to break down, my sell stays intact. So you'll see another line to the downside. That's on Bitcoin. So this is something that many of us are starting to watch, and you'll start to hear more of this, because it's just a matter of time. Bitcoin will have another rally to 20,000 plus. It will come. And I own quite a bit of Bitcoin, guys. So it's not that I'm emotionally biased towards it. I just see the mechanics behind it and why it's going to keep going higher. And I understand that. So you'll hear me more, as time goes on, to talk more and more about cryptocurrency and how you guys can actually get involved in it. We're putting together a really good education program on that, and I think you guys will benefit from. I want to look at a couple things. If I bring this chart up, here are the weekly charts. This is the spider weekly. We're building a high base above the 20-week moving average. This thing has a little bit of resistance to get over. If it can pop over that, man, the markets are off to running. The Dow is, I got to sell on it, but it's on the wrong side of this line. So it's still sub on the support level, or it's below this support level. I'm going to stay with my sell, but if we pop above it, then it'll be a buy. But right now, there'd be no way I'd want to on the weekly chart, even though we're starting to, melt upward. It's in trouble. It looks like a big bear flag to me. But NASDAQ, on the other hand, is looking rock solid. Rock solid. Rock solid. So I'm going to take this, move it to right there. So those two lines. So we're going up. We do have resistance. This line can disappear now. So I got a buy on it, but we have some resistance on the weekly. Russells, we're up and away, but we're approaching some resistance right there. We're approaching that. Get rid of some of these lines. But it's bullish, guys, on the weekly. Financials, what's interesting on the financials, now this is just so important that you guys understand. The financials, I put a buy on it, but it broke down on Friday. I want so badly to put a sell on this. The problem is we're at this level of support, and we get a dragonfly doji. It's kind of like a hammered dragonfly doji, meaning that we sold off, but they come back. I think there's a decent chance, guys, that this will pop back up and be a jab. If we get a jab here, look for the markets on the weekly chart to go boom to the upside. So I'm watching that. It's the only reason I didn't put a sell on this yet. But technically speaking, that broke support, and that should be a sell. Should be. US dollar weekly is up at resistance. We touched resistance and came down. I'm going to put a sell on the weekly US dollars. That's going to do really well for the market, so that'd be bullish for them. Crude oil, last week had a sell on it, and we broke an area of support. Look at this. So two areas snapped. So my sell on crude oil is big time working. Gold, I got a sell on it. I'll stay with my gold weekly sell. Silver, have a sell on it, but look how we're at support. If we break down on support, I'll put a big time sell on it. But see how volume is drying up in the apex of this triangle? That's what it should do. We're going to see a big move, guys, on silver. I think that it might be downward, and here's why. Because we already tried to break it upward and we failed, and now we're spending a lot of time down here on the support level. If it does break down, that could be a nasty sell-off in silver, and that'll pull gold right down with it. VIX weekly, got a sell on it. It did pop up, but look how they sold right back into it. I'm not willing to put a buy on the VIX weekly, not yet. Bitcoin, I got a sell on it. But what's interesting on this weekly is we're trying to find a bottom here. If next week we pop through these two lines and this line, I'll definitely put a buy on that and look for that to chew through all the rest of the resistance and look for Bitcoin to start rising. That's what I foresee. GBTC looks like a buy, guys. Look at this. We got a sell. We're dropping. It's a controlled drop, about 61.8 Fibonacci is what it looks like to me. Just if I had to guess, it might be 75. I'm not sure. But this thing, once it pops, it could be a nice green candlestick. So watch Bitcoin. This thing could be ready to rock and roll. I am going to show you guys a lot of stocks. We're going to look at those. And a couple things. The website. We'll have, I don't know, watching this video, 1,000, I don't know how many people, 1,000 traders will watch this video just for the weekend. Sometimes they pop. I mean, we'll get 30 to 40,000 that will watch one of our daily videos. I'm not sure, but if you wanna jump head and shoulders over everybody else, this is the hack. The Trading Mentors. Now I'm telling you, we're gonna try to weed you out. But you can privately go through a little questionnaire series in here. So click on Trading Mentor, go through the questions, and most people that go through that get weeded out. I'm sorry, we just can't help everybody. Very selective on who we take. But man, we're killing it. I don't know if you guys saw Mark the Meerkat's video. They made 30% profit based on risk. Was it Thursday or Friday? It was an insane day. They try to do 5% a day with a stretch goal of 10. They did like 29.8 or something percent. I think that's a record for those guys. But our day trading chat room is it. I mean, there's just no better chat room out there for day trading. That's it. You can get some information on that. Stock Pigs V newsletter. That's something we do on a weekly basis. If you want us to hand feed you fundamentally strong and fundamentally weak to short. So fundamentally strong gives you stocks that you can buy. Fundamentally weak are those that you can short. If you just want to do some classes, there's some free educational classes, but they'll take some time. I mean, it takes us about an hour and a half to go through these. Be ready to take a lot of notes. We're educators. If you want to meet with Mark the Meerkat or me personally, just to hang out with some other traders for a morning, for an hour, maybe two. In some of these locations, just fill out the form, and we'll certainly stay in touch with you on when we'll be in town. It'd be fun. But we want to get to stocks. And what's super cool at the end of this video, President Trump sent me another message. I think you'll like it. Crazy. All right, let's go to Dow 30, Apple. All right, so we're going to go to Apple. Now, Apple here, I got my monthly chart here. This is my monthly chart. And I have a buy on this from way back here. So we're in at 112, and now it's 190. So we're making just a ton of money on that. The weekly chart here is building a high base, breaking out. Apple is rock solid. Had a sell on it. It popped up. Now there's the buy. We have a buy here, and it's going up, 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 and away. But you can see I started doing the buys, I guess, here. So almost a year ago, I started doing these things. Boom, boom. There they are. And you can do your own calculations by pausing the video. But AXP, let's look at the daily on Apple first. Apple down. So like this one, we came in, got a buy at 169, got a sell at 187. Just huge money there. Huge money on this one. Big money on this one. Do you see the plays on Apple? Just massive. And this can be done. It looks easy what I'm doing here. It looks like, well, I just picked where to do it. I'm doing them in real time, guys. So there they are. The high base. I put a sell there, but it never did. It went into a base. As soon as it did the gap down run up, decided to put another buy on it. Sure enough, there it releases off of the 20-day rising 20-day moving average. Very good. AXP, got a sell on this one, and it is still dropping. Looked for more downside on AXP, American Express. Boeing. This looks good, guys. We got a buy on Boeing going higher. There's a bull flag. That is a big time buy. Look for more upside. So we got in on that one at 334. We're at 356 right now. A lot of points on this, making some money big on the sell side there. And so there it is. Caterpillar. We got a sell on this, but we're at support. Let's see if it'll bounce. I'm not sure. Okay, so that's something we're watching for, but it looks really weak to me. Let's see what Caterpillar does. Cisco, we're down. Oh, Friday, boom, to the upside. Guess what? It gets a buy. There's our buy on Cisco, looking good. CVX, I got a buy on it, but this is a bear pullback. Oh boy, I'm half tempted to sell on it right now. I'm not liking this. I'm gonna watch it, but that's gonna be a sell really soon. Disney is down at major support. It could be a buy soon. I'm not seeing a reversal pattern to do a buy, but we're at support. If I saw a reversal pattern, I'd be putting a buy there. I can't do it. Could break down. Be careful with it if it does. Dow DuPont. Oh baby, so we had the sell here. We got a buy. Guess what? It gets a buy. Boom. GE, got to sell. Oh, do I want to put a buy on this now? It's almost a buy, guys. GE is almost a buy, short term. Now, even though I say buy, doesn't mean that I would be willing to put a trade on it. This is just what's expected next. We'd like to play patterns, and that's what we teach in our mentoring. There's different patterns that increase our probabilities quite a bit. They give us a lot more money than just trying to buy swings, like what you see here. Anyway, Goldman Sachs, falling wedge. It started to bounce here off of support, so put a buy on it. That's showing a little weakness. I don't know if it's not. It could still drop here, but expect Goldman Sachs to to start to rally here soon. HD, Home Depot, I got a buy on it, set through some pressure. We're up. We tried to break through resistance. We haven't done it yet. As long as we can stay above the 20-day moving average, that could break through. IBM, I have a sell on it. Sell, drop, but this could turn out to be a double bottom. Let's see what happens. But my sell is still good. INTC, Intel, whoa. Remember I put a sell on this, but I said we're in a rising wedge, which is more bearish and is bullish. Well, Friday, it broke that, so it makes this falling wedge null and void. Because of that, I have to put a buy now. There's the buy. So there, I don't win them all. This one, we got in, either just sold it and rebought it here, or if you shorted this, you would have shorted it at 52, almost 53, and 57. So 4 points, you would have lost on that one if you sold and then buy to cover. That's at the end of the day. Now, we never wait until the end of the day to make our trades. We're always in way earlier. Like in this point, we would have stopped out right there at 56. So there's a lot of other things. I'm just giving you the bare basics. The elementary stuff is all I'm doing here. Johnson & Johnson. I got a sell on it. We're under support. Now it's going to act as resistance. I'm good with that sell. JP Morgan. We're down. I'm good with my sell there also. Coca-Cola. I got a buy on it and it broke out. But it's doji. Expect some consolidation. McDonald's got a sell on it. Oh, and it broke down Thursday, Friday. It's heading down. So that is going lower, and expect more of that. Triple M, 3M, got a buy on it, and it's going higher, but it's suspect at best. Merck, let's go there. Whoa, nice hit. We got a buy on it, and then boom, up, looking really, really good. Looking really good. Solid, solid, solid. Microsoft, are up, really solid. Techs are just on fire, on fire. We got a buy on it. We broke resistance. Nike broke resistance. Nike, look for that to rally higher. PFE broke resistance right there. That's huge. Pfizer, so we got to buy. We got to buy at 34.76, and we're at 36. Not exciting. Wait till we get to the tech stocks here in a minute. Those are big point gainers. Got to sell on it, set through some heat, and now it's dropping, so I'll stay with my sell. Travelers, got to sell on it. We're in apex. It's flirting with support. Look for that to break down, a big breakdown. If you're holding Travelers long, you don't want to be in that. UNH, got to buy on it. It's a bull flag. This thing could go. United Health, UNH could pop. I play racquetball with a guy that works for United Health, and if you're watching this, this is looking to go higher, so expect more gains with your stock. UTX, got a sell on it. It popped against me, and now it's going into a bull flag. If it shows me any pop, I'll do a re-entry buy. I'll do a re-entry buy there. So this pop went out without me, and I'm looking for a re-entry. And Visa, got a buy on it. It's chopping. This is a big sideways flag. It's anybody's guess what will happen, but the odds are it's going to go higher, but it could turn into a triple top, and that would be bad. Verizon, got a sell on it, and we're dropping. I'm good with my sell. Walmart, got a buy on it, but I might be early on that buy. It's just still consolidating sideways. And Exxon got a buy on it. It's going up. It's near resistance. It's near at this resistance area too right there. So it could start to drop. Let's go into some tech stocks. These guys have been on fire, guys. Really, really hot. Fire, fire, fire. Amazon, we're up, and they away. Man. But you look at the points that we're making here. I mean, just big, big, big monies. Here we're in at 1458, sell it at 1574. But again, we would never get in at those prices. We'd always be getting it at better prices. Here we got in 1600 at the end of the day. I'm just giving you worst case scenario. And it's already at 1641. 41 points in just a matter of a week and a half. Baba. Whoa, look at this. Big pop, big volume. So like Baba, we're in at 170 and we're already at 204. I mean, oh man, 34 points is just huge. Big, big money there. Baidu, have a sell on it and it popped. Whoa. Okay, I want to do a buy on Baidu. Dow, I got a buy on it. It's going up. I'm good with that. Cisco, I put a buy on Cisco already. Oh, because we looked at it already. I was like, how did I do that? That was on the other chart. Catfish, it's not really catfish. I just call it that. Got a buy on it, and it's finally starting to pay off. eBay, I have a buy on it, and it's starting to rally too. It's bouncing off of support. That's great to see. Facebook, up, and away. Man, this dude, I mean, 184, we're at 194. So 10 points in just a few days. Google, 3%. Look at these runs. Google, man, we're in at 1079, 1080, and we're at 1110 already. Boom. Google with an L, same thing. Boom, and broke this resistance too. Man, that is rock solid. GoPro down though. We got a buy on it. I'm going to stay with my buy because we got major support, but that looks really weak to me, guys. I don't like my buy on that one. Microsoft, already looked at. Netflix, up 2.4%. Up, and away, closing at the day's high. Man, Netflix, we're in at 319, 320, at 320, and we're at 360 already. Man, 40 points. $40 per share. Nvidia, we're going higher. Oracle, we broke resistance, guys. Man, we're in at 45 and we're at 47. Woo! PayPal, man, PayPal, we're in at 73 and it's at 83, 10 points on a $70 stock. Red Hat's up 3.4%. We got a buy on it and it's starting to take off. That's good. Shopify up 1.8%. It's going higher. Not bad. Snap is up 2%. Whoa, let's check that one out. So check this out. We put a buy on it here when it got over that resistance, and then it, boom, took off on some good volume. I think that we put in our low. Twitter, 5.6%. Look at that major run. So let's analyze this together just because it's our last stock, right? So let's go back in time and let's just analyze. Let's just analyze this stock. So you see how, let's just look at it. We kind of go sideways. It releases now above the moving averages. It on earnings, it gapped down, so we put a sell on it. Got a buy thinking it was the bottom, but it wasn't. Sideways. Anytime you go sideways, you're constantly picking. It's just consolidations are not buy areas. Here, we got a buy. It's just consolidated. Finally, it releases. I got a double buy there, it looks like. Come back, put a sell on it. I put a buy on it. Got a sell on it. Boom, there's the buy. That's what I look for. Earnings, boom. It pulls back, short-lived, but there's another buy. Now it takes off. We go from $20 to $22, so we make a couple points there. You sell it short, make a couple points. You bought it again. So here we bought it at 21, sold it at 24. So here, if you sold it short at 24.60, you know, you're, well, if you got it at the end of the day, it's 24, you know, you didn't make that much money. We would have got it off the bounce right at the high at 22.90 area. Pops up, boom. Then we put a sell on it there because it was at major resistance. Pops up, hit resistance. It drops. Finally put a buy on it. Not sure. This one got away from me. That should have been a buy right there. Anytime you're at support, you get a gap down, run up. That could be specialist behavior. I'm going too deep with you. Those are all the strategies that we teach. That should have been a buy. Boom. Pop, 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 pop. And then a sell on that one. We go up, triangle, and then we break out of that triangle. And there it goes. See that? So we come up. We hit our head on resistance. Boom. That was the buy. That was the purchase. We were already in, but there would have been a second purchase right there. Sideways, and there it releases. That's a parabolic move. It's looking very strong. I'm on a long time. All right. The talking heads, they always come up with a reason why the markets went up or why they went down. It's ridiculous. The markets will do whatever the markets do. I used to look at level 2. I used to listen to the chatter of the trading pits. I would watch news unmercifully, and sure enough, something that I thought should be bearish ended up being bullish, and something that I thought would have been bullish ended up being bearish. And I found out that the only thing you can quantify is price action and volume. That's raw data. That information together, whoever reads it best wins. That's how I'm able to do what I do here. That's why Mark does what he does. Mark the Meerkat in the chat room. He is our primo mentor. So if you're going to get mentored, you're going to get mentored by Mark, who would be the only person in the world I would trust with my money. He is, we got a mentorship coming up. You and a friend can be part of that. So you know how to find us. You can go to Grok Trade to do that, but you've got to go through our vetting process to see if you're going to make it. Anyway, man, that is it. I got President Trump coming up next. So Leave me comments. Let me know where you're from. And if you made it to the end, just say, man, I'm from Vancouver and I made it to the end. And last part of the Trump voicemail he left me is hilarious. It had me in stitches. We'll catch you guys later. We'll see you. Bye.
Hi there, it's your president, Donald Trump, and I just want to say what a great, great honor it is for you to have me here on this podcast. But more importantly, I just wanted to say, give a big shout out to Grok Trade, because they are doing great, great things. They're actually making America great again with my help. But yes, Grok Trade, Dez and the boys, doing a fantastic job. When I say I got a trade guy, you all know it's Grok Trade and Dez and his team. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. Hit the little button there. I have a guy who hits my buttons. Does a great job. I have to go now. I just had time because I rescheduled my summit with Kim Jong. No relation to Elton John whatsoever. But I was a little offended. I had to cancel it because he wanted summit. I wanted all it. So until he can give me all it, there is no summit. I'm not going to split with a tiny man like that. Go Grok Trade, and let's make trading great again.